brings us to the Diana's Baths trailhead. As you can hopefully tell, we'll be attempting to hike 3,196 foot North Moat Mountain via the Moat Mountain Trail. I think it's around 5.5 miles, give or take maybe a tenth of a mile or two, to the summit via this approach. Going down, we may make a loop by taking the Red Ridge Trail. The trail to Diana's Baths is a popular tourist route to the baths, which is also a popular swimming hole in the summer. Just an overall popular spot year-round. If you were to hike the moats, any of them really in the summer, and you end with this trailhead, make a great after hike cool-off spot. Just take a dip. Fortunately, it's gotten so popular that the town of Conway has had to put no parking signs along either side of West Side Road, because it's gotten out of control apparently. Footbridge. Yeah, so far the beginning stage of the Moat Mountain Trail is just a easy graded tourist path to Diana's Baths. So you should be almost 2 by now. There's a sign up there. I don't know if you can make it out, but save camera time, I'll meet you at that time. The sign in the last clip is a bulletin of sorts explaining water safety tips. Understandable with how much traffic this place probably sees, particularly during busy summer weekends. I'd imagine there'd be potential for some grave accidents. Alright, the baths are right there. I want to focus on the task at hand. Continue up the Moat Mountain Trail this way. Try and get some pics of it on the way down. Alright, now we're cruising. So from the trailhead, I think about 5.5 miles to the summit of North Moat. Be the Moat Mountain Trail anyway, not the Red Ridge Trail. Like I said a little earlier, make a loop going up or down either the Moat Mountain Trail or Red Ridge Trail. It's actually one of the more well-known non-4K loops in New Hampshire. I've been to South and Moat a couple times each, but never north. And I heard it has the best views of the three. Hopefully I get to the top. That is one of the biggest blowdowns I've ever seen. The forces of nature, I tell you. The rock cavern right there. I suppose if the weather was to take a nosedive at any point, you could hide in there until it improves. We are leaving a forest protection area, which I assume was for Diana's Baths. Quarter mile ponds, lakes, hut shelters, yada yada yada. Basically Diana's Baths. Don't want to pollute that. We have a brook crossing right here. There's an arrow right there. I don't know if you can see it, that tan thing. Pretty much saying that the trail goes that way across the brook, but the most beaten path goes this way, skirting around it, possibly over an ice bridge. So that's the way we're gonna go. Nice. Up we go to the northernmost. We have reached the junction with the Red Ridge Trail, 3.6 miles across that brook that way toward Red Ridge and its junction, upper junction to the Moat Mountain Trail. We had 1.1 miles in the west side trailhead to this point. Now it's 1.2 to the next junction with the Attitash Trail. Then from that junction, 0.3 to the summit of North Moat. It was getting cloudy driving up here through the Kank. The clouds eventually cleared. Don't think snow will be much of a problem. Maybe a scant shower here and there, but I just hope that something isn't shot in when I get there, knock on the proverbial wood. Especially considering this is a decently long hike for a mountain under 4,000 feet. So I don't want to hike all this way just to be in the clouds. If anything, it's an excuse to come back, should that be the case, but I'm hoping it's not. Okay, you may see a broken out path going this way, maybe a beaten herd path in the summer, but as dictated by that arrow, you want to curve down this way and not go that way. Then from here, you're going to want to cross this brook. With care, of course. As you never know when the ice below you could just break. There's a log here too to aid this crossing. Kind of like the one I saw on the Dicey Snow Trail last week. But not a problem. And onward we continue with our hike. We're at the junction with the Attitash Trail. 7.2 miles that way to Bear Notch Road. Moat Mountain Trail. Going that way from where we came. 1.8 back to Diana's Bats and 2.4 to the west side road trailhead. Now, according to this, it says it's 2 miles to North Moat going this way, but my map says 3 miles. Now I know some sources may differ, but not by that much. There's a mile difference, so one of these is horribly wrong. So I'm not gonna tell you which one is right, because quite frankly I don't know, so we'll just roll with it. So I'm gonna get a drink of water and a snack, and then we're gonna plug away up to the summit. Alright, just left that intersection right off the bat. Already got some steep stuff, which in the grand scheme of things is understandable. You haven't gained that much elevation in the last 2.4 miles, so it's gotta come somewhere. Over in this one, that's for sure. While it's been a pretty steady grind since that last junction, not too steep, but it's constant up without much relent. This is some pleasant hiking that we're especially now into. I can't wait to see the open ledges out and around the top. I especially can't wait to see what the Moat ridgeline looks like from North Moat rather than South Moat. Different rough, kind of a random comment, but I just realized I might have made a derp mistake when it comes to the length of this last section of trail. Remember how it says 3 miles according to this map and 2 miles according to that sign? That 3 mile figure I thought it was from that junction right there in the center of the screen. The summit of North Moat. And from here to the Red Ridge Trail junction. Didn't show. I think that might be from the junction to this junction, including North Moat. So from here to here, I think it might be 3 miles. Derp. I was wondering why I was getting out this thing so quickly, not to toot my own horn. Well, it's not a critical mistake. I'm glad I caught it. And for all you viewers at home, please, well, first of all, bring a map with you, no matter what hike you're doing. And just have a good eye, both at the map and the trail you're walking on. Through a clearing of sorts, with a restricted view out toward Kearsarge North, Conway Mountain, and Black Cap. Still pretty quiet. Barely any wind thus far. And also, thus far, I haven't seen anyone else since the Attitash Trail junction. But, you know, there could be people on the summit of North Moat too. Especially since not everyone that hikes this mountain that uses this route. Some of them may come from the southern trailhead. Oh. You see that thing that's moving? Snowshoe hare. I'm amazed I was even able to get any kind of shot of one. My God, that is amazing. This is the last place I expect to see one of those. That sucker looked big too. Glad I recorded when I did. Alright, I'm gonna try and soften her steps a little bit. I like to try and get an actual picture of it, and not just a blurry video clip. Well, the snowshoe hare ran off trail in that direction, so not counting on seeing that one or another one again. But on the plus side, the terrain is starting to get a lot more interesting and rugged and reminiscent of a higher mountain. As wild as things, just a hair under 3,200 feet. Feels quite a bit higher than that, at least to me. Can we do this? Can we summit North Moat Mountain and get some badass views on the summit? Let's find out. Now this is more like it. Hello views. You can see what I believe to be the double heads with the bald faces behind them out toward Carter Notch from Carter Hill and Wildcat Mountain. And then Kearsarge North, Cranmore, Black Cap, Hurricane Mountain, Peak Mountain farther down that minor ridge. This should be the final stretch to the top, or at least originally. Oh, man, my pace has gone down drastically. I don't want to burn myself out before I get to the top, or to the point where I'm so tired that I can't make it to the top. But yeah, I'm taking a damn good rest break at the summit. I'll meet you there hopefully soon. Looks like an end to the uphill up there. And some great views off the trail to the north. I can't tell you exactly what's up there. I hope it's what I think it is. We've done it. Welcome to the 3,196 foot summit of North Moat Mountain. It's dictated by the cairn and the fact that it's very easy to tell that there's no other higher ground around. It's located near Conway and North Conway in the eastern half of the White Mountains, in the White Mountain National Forest. You can see down the Moat Ridge line. Middle, south, might be a red ridge, I'm not sure. There's just a southern spur of North Moat. So we started at the trailhead along West Side Road, where most people park to go to Diana's Baths. We passed that. Basically took the Moat Mountain Trail all the way up here. Probably gonna go right down the same way, to be honest. I know I threw around the Red Ridge Trail loop option a few times, but not certain whether the upper part of that trail is broken out. I started late, so don't want to chance anything. Check out Diana's Baths on the way back. Take some pictures of that. Even though it's cloudy, the summit is not sucked in, even though most of everything else around us is. But the views are good. Glad I went here. I almost didn't. Again, another one of those hikes where I almost didn't do it, but I'm so glad I did. Let's see, again, Cranmore, Black Cap, North Conway Village. Kearsarge North right there. Bald Faces maybe out there. Double Heads. Carter Notch, the Carter's Wildcats. Iron Mountain maybe right there. You can't see the presidential range because it is totally shot there. You can't really point out much else because for the most part it's all in the clouds. Kerrigan's somewhere out there too. I think there's and the Hancocks too, which I was very close to doing originally, but decided against it because the parking was iffy and what parking there was full. And one of the most well-known peaks in New Hampshire and New England in general, Mount Chicora, which I thought about as well. So, gonna take some good pictures from here, sit out of the cold a little bit, bundle up for the hike back down, get a snack break, and then I will meet you back at Diana's Baths. Alright, so we returned to Diana's Baths. Nobody here now. There's a lot of people here at the beginning of the hike, which is why I wanted to hold off till the end to get some video and pictures of it. In winter, still a sight to see, but not quite what it would be like during the summer or even spring melt perhaps. Although with the incoming rain and warmer temps, there's sure to be some melting and possibly unlodging of some of these ice flows and jams. So in the next few days, that'd be the time to come here, in my opinion. So I'll take a few pics from here, and I'll meet you back at the trailhead. Alright, we're back at the Moat Mountain and Diana's Bass trailhead, located just outside North Conway Village, along West Side Road. So we successfully hiked North Moat Mountain, elevation 3,196 feet, via the Moat Mountain Trail starting from this trailhead. We passed by Diana's Baths early on, both going up and going down. It was a little more difficult than I thought it would be. I mean, moral of the story here, don't let the low height of this mountain fool you. In my opinion, it's longer, steeper, and a tougher hike than a lot of 4,000 footers. But the payoff from the summit, totally worth it. And the uppermost ledges along the Moat Mountain Trail north of the summit. Now that I've been to all three, I think I can form an opinion of which one's better. To be honest, I'd have to give the edge by a slim margin to Middle Moat, personally. Although, I will say that North Moat has the better trail up. The summit of Middle Moat, since it's pretty much in the middle of both south and north, and it is also exposed, makes for a recipe for good views that I don't think you can get from either South or North Peak. But that's not to say that North Moat wasn't a good mountain. It was an amazing mountain, and the views would be better if it wasn't so cloudy. But even so, just the ridgeline view from Middle Moat wins it for me. And we did wear snowshoes round trip, so if you're going to come here with soft snow conditions, bring them. Although the rain and warm temperatures that we have will probably change the game completely, especially if there's a thaw-free cycle afterward. Not sure about the round trip distance and gain off the top of my head, probably around 9 miles round trip. 2,500 to 3,000 feet of gain. As always, I'll list a number and the credits to the best of my ability. So thank you for watching, and from the Moat Mountain Diana's Bass Trailhead, North Moat Mountain, see you on my next adventure.